How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the LAIR. And today I have another special deck for you. This deck is particularly built for best of one. I got this idea coming across a player on the ladder yesterday, and it seemed very impressive. So without further ado, this is my third attempt to try and make cycling competitive. I know that the Lurus cycling deck is, I guess, top tier deck right now. I played it. I guess I suck. I can't get it to really be competitive for me. But anyways, this is my third version of a competitive cycling deck. Without further ado, I call this Zenith Wrath. Onto our 1-drops, I have 4 copies of Flourishing Fox for 1 plains. He's a 1/1, and whenever we cycle another card, put a +1/+1 counter on Flourishing Fox, and we can cycle him for 1 colorless. 4 copies of Footfall Crater for 1 mountain. Enchant land. I'm not even going to read it because we're not even using the card for what it does. We're just going to be using it for its cycling for 1. Onto the 2-drop, Drannith Healer for 1 colorless, 1 plains. He's a 2/2. Whenever you cycle another card, you gain 1 life. Cycle it for 1. Drannith Stinger. I'm just going to go ahead and skip the descriptions of the cards because we're basically, all we're trying to do in this deck is cycle. So Drannith Stinger we can also cycle for 1 colorless. Thrill of Possibility, 4 copies for 1 colorless and 1 mountain. It's an instant. As an additional cost to cast this spell, discard a card. We draw 2 cards. Onto our 4-drops, I have 4 Fires of Invention for 3 colorless and 1 mountain. Enchantment. You can cast spells only during your turn, and you can cast no more than 2 spells each turn. You may cast spells with converted mana costs less than or equal to the number of lands you control without paying their mana cost. This is key. This is what I saw the guy playing on the ladder the other day, and when I saw it, I was like, wow, this makes total sense. Now here's where we get to the spiciness. Repeated Reverberation for 4 copies. We're running 2 colorless, 2 mountains. It's an instant. When you cast an instant spell, cast a sorcery spell, or activate a loyalty ability this turn, copy that spell or ability twice, and you may choose new targets for those copies. 4 copies of Storm's Wrath for 2 colorless and 2 mountains. It's a sorcery. Storm's Wrath deals 4 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. And then 4 copies of Zenith Flare for 2 colorless, 1 mountain, 1 plains. Instant, it says Zenith Flare deals X damage to any target and you gain X life, where X is the number of cards with a cycling ability in your graveyard. On our top end, I have 2 copies of Imposing Vantasaur for 5 colorless and 1 plains, and we'll be cycling him for 1. And then finally, Boon of the Wish Giver for 4 colorless and 2 islands as a sorcery. Draw 4 cards and cycle for 1. Very rarely we will actually use this card if we have the fires on the board and we can actually cast this card and draw 4 cards, but usually we're just going to be cycling it. So the main idea here is cycle every single possible card we can, fill up our graveyard, and we can use Thrill of Possibility to throw away a cycling card or a land card that we don't need, to draw 2 cards to find our combo pieces, which are Fires of Invention. So we want to dump a bunch of cards with cycling into the graveyard, drop a Fires of Invention, and then hopefully on the next turn we'll have a Repeated Reverberation and a Zenith Flare in our hand. We cast Repeated Reverberation and then Zenith Flare, and we can do sometimes 18 plus damage in 1 turn, gain 18 life. Storm's Wrath is for our aggro decks and to deal with planeswalkers, and if we happen to have a Repeated Reverberation, this hits for 8, so it pretty much takes anything off the board, including planeswalkers. Yeah, that's pretty much the deck. For the lands, I have 5 plains, 5 mountains, 4 Sacred Foundries, and 4 Fabled Passage. We have a 3.1 converted mana cost because of our higher cards, but like I said, we're never going to be casting those. We just want to get to 4 land and then we're done. 14 creatures, but we're not going to be playing those as creatures, and 18 lands. So let's go ahead and get into some games, and like always, if you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. It's free to you. It helps the channel out so much. Feel free to drop me a comment on strategy, deck ideas, misplays. Also, tell a friend if you have anybody that likes Magic. And yeah, let's get into it. I think this, I'm going to be trying this deck on the rank ladder here a little bit later. After this recording. I think it could be competitive. Especially in best of 1, best of 3, I don't think so, because you know you run into a control deck with counter spells or unmoored ego, and you're pretty much shot down. All right, so we got a 3-lander here. I've got 2 cycling cards. I've got a Storm's Wrath. Let's keep it. Plays an Overgrown Tomb. I always lead with the most aggressive color. And we'll pass because we can cycle at instant speed, make the opponent think we have some type of a shock. There's a Repeated Reverberation. Okay. Once again, we'll wait and make the opponent think we have something, and then we'll cycle. Plays a Falmar Knight. Okay. Cycle. And we'll cycle. There's a Thrill. So if I do this, play my planes, we can cycle. I can Thrill. We will discard 1 planes. Here's our Fires, Repeated Reverberation. All we need now is a Zenith Flare. Creature you control.
Nobody appreciates my handiwork.
Cool. Alright, so we're going to shock in here. I'll play my Fires. And Storm's Wrath.
I won't forgive
See how he
this.
likes that. Leyline Prowler. Okay, and another. Here I'm going to cycle first. Doesn't matter since we have Fires of Invention. We don't have to. Okay. Well, we've got all the Repeated Reverberations we could ever want. One, two, three. Okay. We cycle. Looking for a Zenith Flare. We can do a Thrill. Drop a Repeated Reverberation. Draw some more. Drop a land. Storm's Wrath. Wish I would have done that before he dropped that. Alright, we need a Zenith Flare. Paradise Druid. Dire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so here we can actually cast Boon of the Wishgiver, still picking up nothing. Alright, I'm going to do a Fabled Passage. I guess we pull out a Mountain. Thin out the deck a bit, and cycle. Okay. Cycle. Cycle. I just need a Zenith Flare. Cycle. Zenith Flare. Cycle. I know they're in here. Alright, wow. Okay. I think I want to wait till he builds up his board a little bit more before we Storm's Wrath again. We've already cast 2, I believe. 1, 2, yeah. So I got 3. I've got this one and 1 more in the deck. Wow. No, fucking Storm's Wrath, wow. Alright, I guess we just Fabled Passage again. Pull out a mountain. I guess we pass, right? Great hand. Alright. Wow. Okay. So, I'm gonna Fabled Passage again. All I need is a Zenith Flare. There it is. Holy shit. Alright. So we'll pass again. And then next turn he's dead. Vivian, Arthur, Ranger, don't really care about that.
Take back what rightfully belongs to it.
Questing bitch. Don't care about that.
Stopping time.
Oh. Well. Got pretty unlucky there. We went through, I think, 3/4 of the deck without a Zenith Flare. It happens. But, yeah, that would have been pretty nasty. Let's hop into another one. I'm pretty confident in this deck, I think. I think that first game was a little unlucky. Let's see if we can have a little bit better luck this game. All right, so we got a 2-lander. We got a bunch of cycling. Let's keep it. Repeated Reverberation. Thea go bam. Keep. Cool thing about cycling is that you're not casting a spell, so they can't counter it if they wanted to. I'm gonna pay 2 here. Okay, so this is looks like some type of a flash deck. Excuse me. Okay. This, I would believe, would be one of the only decks that we would be weak against, unfortunately, because of their counter spells. I'm going to search up a mountain here for Storm's Wrath, even though we don't have it in hand. Smart. I believe that okay. So cycle. There's a Storm's Wrath. Cycle. We need land. Land, please. Passage is nice. Search for plains. Under Grindborn. 5, 7, 9. Alright, we're dead. Yeah. Feels bad. Alright, let's hop into another one. Yeah, I believe that the counterspell deck would be the only one that we would be fairly weak against, for obvious reasons. But that first one, we just got unlucky. Alright, so we have a Repeated Reverberation. We have one cycling card. Do we keep this? I prefer more cycling cards and less Zenith Flares. We're going to mulligan this. We'll keep this, and I will drop one Zenith Flare to the bottom. Okay. Make him think we have something here. We'll cycle this at the end of his turn. Maybe. We could be in trouble if this is mono white life gain. We'll see. Feels bad to shock in, but we have to. Cycle. There's a Repeated Reverberation cycle. Thrill. Passion Curator. Okay. So I think what I do here, I thrill, and we get rid of the Drannith because it's still a cycling card in our graveyard, right? This is good because now we can Storm's Wrath next turn. No Johnny's Primates. Okay, good. No Johnny's Primates. Heliod? Hunted Witness. Okay. Gotta clear the board. I'm just gaining a lot of life, but I think we can come back for. There's a Linden, that's not good. So I'm gonna cycle first. Fabled Passage. We'll play the Fabled Passage. I'm going to search up the plains. Okay. And 3, 4. I don't want to take any chances, so we're just going to go ahead and kill Linden now. Yeah. And then next time we'll thrill and throw away a Sacred Foundry. Opponent is gaining quite a bit of life though. That's
am proud of my comrades.
Okay. I will cycle, of course. And cycle, of course. And cycle, of course. And we will thrill. Discard a card. For you. Okay, there's another Zenith Flare. Spin out our deck some more. I'll search up the plains. We have plenty of mountains. Okay. Cycle some more. Just need a... There's our fires. That's 3, 6, 7, 7. So let's play our fires, right? And then let's Zenith Flare Elspeth. Just trying to stay alive at this point, unfortunately. Opponent's a ways off from recasting this, even if they have a land in their hand. Just trying to stay alive at this point. Wonder if there's a better card that we can use. Maybe a better card draw for instead of Thrill of Possibility. Maybe we need to draw more cards. 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Cool. Now, that's interesting. Oh, it says 4 damage. I thought it was -4 feet. And turn. Fucking fires, man. let's take a look here. I just feel like this could be more competitive, right? I mean, I have every single one-drop cycling card, right? Still a possibility. Let's see here. See if there's any better. Cathartic Reunion. It's the same price. To discard 2 cards, but we draw 3. I mean, I guess if we just are discarding cycling cards, right? Let's try that. See how that works. See if this is any better. Alright, so I got a 3-lander here, and I've got a bunch of cycling and a Cathartic Reunion. Let's keep this. Bazo. Okay, lead off with the mountain. Hello. Pass the turn. We'll cycle on the end of our opponent's end step. Okay, if we're playing mono red, we might be in trouble. Don't know if we can outpace mono red. Okay, we get another land, that's nice. I'll go ahead and play the plains here. So let me try this. Let's do Cathartic, and I'll discard you and you. That gives us into a land, into a passage, so we'll do that. Draw 3 cards. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now we just need more cycling. Okay, feeling it, feeling it. Can we outpace mono red? There's fires. Okay. Another Zenith Flare. Bozo. Bazozo. So we will search up the plains here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. So I guess we've got to do the fires now. And we'll pass. Really need a Storm's Wrath. Scary. He could just burn us out here. Lighting up the stage, Embercleave, Torbran. Okay, so we do cycle, 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 play another land, tapped, Repeated Reverberation, Zenith Flare, face. And at least we're out of the danger zone. Opponent can't cast Embercleave, which is nice, but Storm's Wrath at least. So let's Storm's Wrath first, and then I don't want to discard a card though, so we will pass. Embercleave on nothing, okay. And now I can Cathartic Ruin, cast, discard you and you, which still counts as a cycling. And what do we got? Holy shit, we beat Mono Red. Feels good. Maybe Cathartic Reunion was what we were missing there. That was very satisfying. That was very satisfying. That was very satisfying. Alright. Alright, let's see if we can turn things around here. We're like 2 win, 3 losses right now. Steel Creed as our opponent. So we have a 2-lander here, we have a bunch of nice cycling cards, and we have 2 Repeated Reverberations. I guess we'll keep Obosh the Prey Piercer, mono black. Okay. Black and red. Okay. Double Witch Oven. We're gonna be here for a while. Okay. Pass here. Opponent's doing the cat thing. Cat thing. Mayhem Devil. Storm's Wrath's nice. Union, discard 2. Okay. Ugh. lands here. Oh, that's right, he gets picks for that. Sure. Feels bad. Don't know. I guess cycling can't be competitive? I don't know. I mean, we're not even playing in the fucking rank queue, right? Let's try some more. I mean, we did beat mono red, so I don't know. Maybe we're just getting unlucky. Alright. I have a 1-lander. Don't know if I want to keep a 1-lander here. This is a little better, I guess. So I'll keep this, and I think we just drop a Fabled Passage, right? Okay. We're on the play, so we'll just start off with that. We'll cycle this guy on the end of our opponent's turn. Sky Surfer. So opponent's actually helping us out a lot here, besides the fact that he's hitting all of our lands. Discard 2 cards. I don't want to do this just yet. We'll wait. So as long as he doesn't hit a Zenith Flare, we're okay. This should be interesting. Never seen that alternate art before. There's a Zenith Flare, beautiful. I mean, I guess we need to get our lands. Okay, there we go. So now at least we have the lands. Yeah, I mean, we have the whole combo, right? Let the opponent fill our graveyard. We just gotta dodge a counter spell. We can Zenith. Well, no, we can't if we have fires, right? Okay. So. Lost thoughts, okay. Alright, man, load us up, load us up. So I definitely want to sneak out the fires before he counters it, and we'll pass. Now, even though with fires it says we can't cast spells, I'm pretty sure we can still cycle on his turn. Another blue creature enters the battlefield under your control. Target player puts a top. Cool. And yeah, he's dead. Wow, I never had. I haven't played an opponent that helps us. Oh. Yeah, he's way dead. That was funny. Cycle here. Repeated Reverberation. Zenith Flare to your face. To your face, to your face, to your face. To your face. Got him! Alright. I mean, that was kind of cheating because he kind of helped us get that. But, yeah, I'll take it. Alright, so we got a 2-lander here, we've got a bunch of cycling cards, and a Zenith Flare, we'll keep it. Okay, go ahead and play our red. Maybe we can make the opponent Smeagol the Vile. Nice. Two more Ketria. Okay. Cycle this. Fabled Passage. Excellent. Right on curve. Opponent knows what we're doing now, so no sense in hiding it. Okay, there's a Fires. Cycle some more. Cycle some more. Doesn't matter. Cycle some more. Okay. Try to get a continue grow. Okay. A Fabled Passage. Mountain, so we have even. Let's go ahead and get our Fires of Invention out first, and we will Cathartic, and we'll get rid of you and you, because they both have cycling. Storm's Wrath.
Here. An excellent informant for my study.
He doesn't do anything? Well, I think we got him. Yeah. Game. Got him! Yeah, maybe the Cathartic Reunion was what we were missing. That extra card draw. Excellent, excellent. Got a pack. Let's crack it. See what we got. Apex Predator? Gem Racer. Okay, I'll take it. Nice. Excuse me. Alright. So we have a Fires, we have a Zenith, we have a board wipe, we have 2 lands. Yeah, let's keep it. Ooh, another mono red. Tiger Spots. I'm gonna go ahead and lead off with the Fabled Passage. I'm gonna search for a mountain. This Storm's Wrath is gonna come in very nicely. If I want to take any extra damage, so we'll just cycle this. Give me a land. Or not. Okay. I think the move here is Cathartic Reunion and discard the 2 Dranniths. Yeah, gotta do something quick. Okay, yeah. All right, so we're gonna Cathartic Reunion. Give me some lands. It's nice. Really need land. Really need land. There's one. One still gets... I mean, we probably are dead here, but... Oh, that is 5. Okay. Good game. Can't beat mono red, man. Let's get into it again. Blog sloth off. Blog soth off. Got a 3-lander here. I've got a Fires. Got a Repeated. Storm's Wrath. I guess we'll try it. Try it out. Hopefully we're playing a slower deck, not mono red. Flash. Let's see if he counters this Fires of Invention. He does not. Excellent. Central Sailor. It's fine. This Storm's Wrath might come in handy here. So he taps out. Okay, so we play our land. I cycle. Do I just Storm's Wrath here? That's 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, it's not enough. So yeah, let's just Storm's Wrath here. And we'll pass. Here I'm just trying to bait out a counter spell. He's still not going for it. Okay. Pass. Slither Wisp. Okay. What the fuck are you doing? I didn't even... Alright, well I'm not so sure about that one, but I'll take it. Alright, I think I got room for one more. So... Oh, Sir Echo. We've got a Repeated, we've got a Fires. Got two, yeah, we're gonna keep this. Since we're on the play, I'm going to go ahead and search up a Plains. Okay. Nice. Okay. It's a beautiful thing. Cycle. 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 5, 15, 16, 16. here I activate Fabled Passage. We search up a mountain. Yes. And then I believe I cycle. Storm's Wrath is nice. Would love for him to play Flourishing Fox here. Doesn't really have any one drops that can come back into play. So here I am going to Fires, and then we'll Storm's Wrath, clear the board. And then next turn he's dead. So now he has to play as Luris unless he has some other creatures he wants to play for. Either way, we've slowed him down enough so that next turn he's dead. Because remember, cycling doesn't actually affect our playing, because we're not actually playing a spell. Beautiful. So, cycle. 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 And recycle. Fabled Passage. Doesn't matter. Let's do white, I guess. Repeated Reverberation. Zenith Flare. Not going to be enough. Got him! Well, as you can see, I think that tweak with Cathartic Reunion helped us, but I think we just got unlucky on some of them, and of course, mono red is extremely hard to beat, whatever deck you're playing. So yeah, I was pretty satisfied with that run. As always, if you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and helps the channel out so much. Drop me a comment, talk about misplay, strategy, deck ideas, and if you have any friends that enjoy Magic, please tell a friend. Until tomorrow, you guys have a great day.